Yep, that's what it is. That brand new gun that nobody's ever talked about before. The Gen 3 Glock 19. This old beat up Glock 19 that I've had for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. Probably been through 15 to 20,000 rounds through it. Lots of carry time, lots and lots of holster draws, lots and lots of dry fire. So, I mean, the trigger's been pulled, God, hundreds of thousands of times. It's all factory for the most part, other than a Pierce grip plug down in here. I polished some of the internals, trigger connector, trigger bar. That's it. Outside of the Meprolite sights that have been on there since, I don't know, day 3 of ownership. I carry it in a JM Custom Kydex appendix holster. This one doesn't have the little teardrop deal that I normally get on them, but this was one of their closeout blims or whatever. Got it for cheaper. Love their stuff. Highly recommend them. Well, let's talk about why the hell are we talking about a 25-year-old gun for a 25-year-old design? Probably older. I think it came out in the late 80s. No, that would have been Gen 1, Gen 2. But I digress. Why the hell would you still carry this gun? Well, to answer that is basically I have so much practice on it that I can pick this up after not practicing and still feel very, very comfortable with it. Just because I have so much muscle memory through this one gun that it's like a Glock 19 just fits my hand. When I go to draw, I just know exactly where my hand's gonna lie just about every single time. Why would I buy another Gen 3 over a Gen 4 or 5? Well, I like a good deal just as much as the next guy. So in my opinion, it's really hard not to just get on Gunbroker, get on something else, get on some other page that sells used guns, AIM Surplus, Leo Trade-in Glocks. Golly, it's hard to pick up a gun for under $400 that's going to perform better than one of these used Glocks. So Gen 3, you also don't have any, for the most part, state regulation problems. Like if I ever wanted to travel over to California, I could take this gun with me. Could I carry it? Hell no. I'm from Texas. They don't like anything from Texas. Why do I carry a Glock 19 over Glock 43X or 48? I've had both of them. I've put thousands of rounds through each one, and I just don't really notice that big of a concealment or comfort difference on my body type. I'm not really fat. I'm not really a muscular dude. I'm just kind of like a normal, everyday retard, I guess. But I don't notice that big of a difference in comfort or concealability. However, I do notice a huge difference whenever I'm shooting them. The 43X and the 48 are significantly more snappy. The recoil impulse, being that it's a lighter gun, is noticeable. And I don't really have a problem with shooting a snappier gun. It's not an issue for me. Like I'm not, a weak little turd or whatever, but it is noticeable. I never had an issue with reliability with my 43X or 48 running Shield Arms mags. I know there's a lot of people that do. I can't speak on that because I never encountered any issues. But what I do know is it's really hard to beat just an OEM Glock as far as reliability. You really just can't beat them. They're only made out of 34 parts. They've been proven on several different fields of service, whether it be police work, military work, regular civilian carry, competition. I mean, this gun has been through it all. It's been muddy, it's been wet, it's been sandy, it's been dunked in ponds, it's been dunked in rivers, it's been trudged through mud, it's been rolled around in the mud with me doing construction work or getting out in the field hunting, whatever it may be. The Glock 19 is just a do-all for me. It does everything I need it to. It conceals well. It shoots really well. It can serve both purposes, a concealment gun as well as a, quote, duty gun. But I've never had any at all issues with any of my Glock 19s. Now, some people will say, oh, well, the Gen 3, its texture's too soft. What if your hands get all bloody? Well, I mean, I've cut up my hands pretty good in certain competitions and stuff like that. And what I found? Blood's a lot stickier than water. So if my hands are bloody, I could have a smooth walnut stock revolver and my hands are going to stick to it because that blood is going to act like glue. Now, if my hands are soaking wet from torrential rains, I've had this gun in that situation and I didn't notice any kind of slippage in my hands while shooting or while gripping it, pulling it from the holster. So I just don't think there's a whole lot to it. I do have a stippled Glock 19 and I do love it. It's great. I mean, man, just the framework that Circle H Gunworks did to that gun, it's phenomenal. But is it necessary? I work as a gunsmith and I notice, don't stop buying stuff because that keeps me in business. But it's so noticeable whenever people are trying to buy their split times or buy their accuracy. And that just can't be done. It's only done through proper practice. That's the only way you're really, really, really going to truly cut down those times if you're shooting competition. It's not some new piece that you're going to add to your gun. Can those things help? Hell yeah, they can. But proper practice is really what's going to do it all for you. So I guess I should just end on this, that, Glock 19 Gen 3 Master Race gun is the best do-all gun, size, weight constraints, whatever, nothing fancy, blah, 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 blah. It's the best gun, in my opinion, that's ever been made. All right, y'all. Thanks. Y'all have a good one, and keep up the practice.